didn't deserve that. I feel like he was unarmed. And I just hope that everybody look at this and just this could have been your child, this could have been your family member, anything like. So I just want justice for my brother. I want to see body cam footage. I want to see everything.
All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What you just saw is the sister of 17-year-old Rayvon Shahid of Flint, Michigan. On November the 2nd, 8 days ago, Mr. Shahid was walking to the store when he encountered a few Michigan state troopers. The state troopers attempted to accost Mr. Shahid, and he ran. And while he was running, they attempted to tase the young man. And as one article said, the tasers were ineffective. And it was then that they said that they told him to stop 7 times. And when he did not stop, the police fired a total of, I think, 10 rounds at the young man. 6 of them hitting him in the back and 1 hitting him in the back of the head. Needless to say, the 17-year-old Rayvon Shahid is no longer amongst the land of the living. And I must ask, do y'all remember when these situations like this made national news? National outcry. However, things have changed. They have become so normal that it is no longer news. If it had not been for someone sending me this story last night in the middle of a live, I would have no knowledge of it. Keep in mind, this happened November the 2nd. And yesterday, which you just saw, that was members of the family, activists of the Flint, Michigan community in front of the Flint, Michigan Police Department, sharing their frustration, their anger, their lack of empathy by the police from this incident. Now, according to the family of Shahid, Mr. Shahid was a very good kid, barely left his room. And so on this particular night, about 6:30, he decided to walk to the store, nearby corner store, to get some snacks. And it was then when he encountered the police, who eventually took his life. Now, the same narrative as all of the stories put out by the police. They're saying that he was armed. He had a weapon. And when he did not stop after fleeing, then the police used their service weapon. And I don't like when they use the term service, because what kind of service are they really doing except taking the lives of young men? And this all happened because they were called to the area to investigate a burglary or robbery or something of that nature. That is why they say that they were in the area. But of course, we know now that is a cop-out a lot of times when these people unalive our young men. He was automatically a suspect, as this one article reads. There are several articles, but I'm just going to show you this article to display or demonstrate the narrative that they always say. Michigan State Police 3rd District Public Information Officer Lieutenant Kim Vetter tells ABC 12 around 6:30 p.m. troopers assigned to the Flint Post were on patrol near Essex Street and Pasadena Avenue near Max Brandon Park. That's when troopers say they had contact with an armed 17-year-old suspect who ran away from them when confronted. The team was shot and unalive. Police say a loaded pistol was recovered from the scene. Now, here is, once again, the narrative. The armed suspect. Every black man in America is considered a suspect with or without a weapon. Now, 17-year-old and the family and friends dispute the fact that he even had a weapon. Nevertheless, even if he did, as you'll hear one advocate mention, once you begin to flee, you are no longer a threat to anyone. One man mentioned that he was in the military and they had rules of engagement that says don't fire unless fired upon. Now, it's obvious from this situation, the young man being shot in the back, he was no threat to fire at the officers. And be that as it may, these officers know that they have the green light and they can easily justify it saying, yes, he had a gun. When did having a gun become an automatic death sentence when encountering police? Someone answer that question for me in the comments. When did that become an automatic death sentence when encountering the police? That is not an automatic death sentence when encountering police. The fact that they tased the young gentleman and it said that the tasers were ineffective, that means, he kept running after being tased. And they justify it in one article saying we told him to stop 7 times before firing. So when is it okay? After the 6th time? After the 7th time? After the first time? When it is okay, when someone doesn't obey your command, it is okay for you to take their lives. I'm going to let you listen real quick to a couple of the people who spoke at the gathering just yesterday in Flint.
On behalf of the mother, Natasha Johnson, we would like to see the body cam. It took her 2 days to see her son after he was killed. And it was sad. We stayed at the hospital and they told us as a family we couldn't come in there. They told us nothing. And it hurt. My family is in pain, grief. Rayvon was 17 years old, walking to the store. And we haven't heard nothing. They put their story out there, but the family haven't heard nothing. And it hurts. He got cousins that's 15 and 14 years old asking the grown-ups, why would the police cousin? And I got to tell my 15-year-old son now that it is sad. It is very, very sad that your kid been dead for 7 days and ain't nobody talked to us, reached out to us for nothing. And it hurts very, very bad. It hurts. I am very sad. I watched him grow up as a kid. All he did was smile, never left his room. But after leaving his room, just to walk to the store and get ground 6 times in the head, they said. It hurts. It is sad. But I'm going to say my own prayer. I know we already prayed. But
so you hear the man saying that they would not let the family even see the body in the hospital. Why wouldn't they let the family see the body in the hospital? He's already deceased. You've already took the life. That's just extra salt in the wound from this family who's just lost their loved ones. And as you hear them say, that it has been 7 days since this has happened, and no one from the Flint, Michigan Police Department has reached out to them. That shows the level of insensitivity that is prevalent amongst these police agencies. The void of sanctity of the life of a young black man, of a black family, when they have lost their loved ones at your hands. And he mentioned that they have yet to see the body cam footage. 7 days. What are they doing with that footage? Of course, we all know with technology these days, this footage can be doctored. And once again, 6 times. Once in the back of the head. That is overkill. That is what that is. That is overkill. That is malicious and outright first degree capital offense by these guys with badges. And this family has yet to even get one word of reprieve from the Flint, Michigan Police Department. Let's listen again.
Back, they did things like this back in the day. For it to still be happening,
It never stopped.
it never stopped.
Yeah.
It never stopped. We love you, Rayvon, and we just want justice, and we want the body cam. It shouldn't take that long for answers. We want justice.
And he made a valid point that these things have been happening from 1619 until now, and they've never stopped. And so all of the people who are worried about this current president-elect giving the police qualified immunity, when have they ever not had it? We would be delusional to think that all of a sudden it's going to be worse than it already is. Look at these things happening, and they happening so frequently that we don't even get knowledge of them in the major news outlets. These are local news outlets that I get these stories from that I'm talking to you about. Not CNN, not MSNBC, not USA Today, not The View, not all of these major platforms that at once when these things will happen, it will be plastered on your TV for weeks. Now, you get a 2-paragraph, 9-sentence article about this. Just listen to some of the rest of the other family.
I'm speaking on the family of Tasha Johnson. Ray, this is sad, y'all. Like, baby went to the store just for some snacks. That's all he wanted was some snacks. And ended up gunned down by the police. Police supposed to be protecting us. Like, how y'all baby for nothing? All I want to say is we need justice. We need the body cams. And I need y'all just to keep praying for my best friend and her family. Hi, Mommy. Amen. Oh, are you?
But since he said it, I don't think y'all really heard what he said. Rayvon got shot 6 times in the back. 1 time in the head. A total of 10 times. Ask yourself, why is it that they not releasing that part of it? They releasing the part that he ran. They releasing the part that he had a gun. They releasing all that. But they're not releasing that he got shot 6 times in the back and 1 time in the head.
They know they wrong.
I don't care what anybody say, that's over to me. I was in the military. I'm a veteran. And we have what they call rules of engagement. Do not fire unless fired upon. Nowhere in that article did it state that they were fired upon. So why are you firing shots, especially in the back? The threat was gone once he took off running. You are not a threat You are no longer a threat. If you thought he was a threat, he was no threat. If you had to shoot 6 times in the back and 1 time in the back of the head.
That's murder.
Oh, I didn't say that part, did I? I didn't say he was shot in the head, back of the head.
And he was tased twice.
And he was tased twice. So, this is real here, y'all. This is actually real. And the family wants to see the body cam. So, the family will be getting with y'all. They trying to get their story together. They trying to get their story together.
And they wouldn't let us come to the scene.
And then couldn't go to the scene. So everybody listen. We got to come together on this. Young, old, black, white. You know, the sad part is that I've been arguing on Facebook all morning. Because when we said that we was going to do a protest, you have individuals saying he shouldn't have ran. I'm telling y'all, man, we have to stick together on this.
So there you have another gentleman telling his military experience, once again saying, okay, don't fire unless you're being fired upon. The threat was completely gone from these officers who quote or who claim that this young man was armed. But also even worse, he said they didn't even let the family go to the scene of where the young man was found. And so they're just keeping everything away from this family in their time of bereavement. They have no answers. And of course, they have not seen the body cam footage. The body cam footage should be the first thing that you allow the family to come in and sit there and see. So they can say, okay, well, all right, I can see why you did this. But there is no reason why they would do that because the young man was running away. And so this is another clear-cut example of the open season that is, always has been, and always will be upon the black man in America. And once again, this is a 17-year-old young boy in the prime of his life, being snuffed out by officers who say he had a weapon, but this young man was running away from them. Doesn't matter if you run. If you run from police, there is something called fleeing to elude police. And when they catch you, that's when you go to court and you get the time or you get punishment from the judicial system. That is not an automatic death sentence. And anybody who says so, I would refute that. I would dispute that from here to eternity. But much love goes to Miss Johnson, the mother of this young man, and the family. And, you know, we hope that this is not one of those situations where the police are absolved of any responsibility. As you know, as protocol, they have been placed on administrative leave, which means they're getting a paid vacation while this family has to prepare to lay their son to rest. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings.
From local stories to Wayne County news, get ready to dive into everything happening in North Carolina with Taylor House Publishing. Got a story to share? Shoot us an email at taylorpublishinghouse@gmail.com. If you're looking to publish your book or need some top-notch mentorship, we've got your back. Join the excitement with the one and only Richard Taylor, right here at Taylor House Publishing. Speak with Richard directly at 919-587-7782. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and invite your family and friends to watch.
From Wayne County to the Carolina coast, Taylor House brings the news you love most. Tune in on YouTube, don't miss a beat. Local stories that keep you in your feet.
Taylor House, we got the scoop.
Taylor House Publishing.